All right, today we're going to talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is a lesson on the Declaration of Independence, one of my favorites. Very short one. We can get through this very quickly. It's got some of the best quotes here. I'm going to save this one for crossing the Delaware, which is where this was becomes pivotal. But terrific writer Thomas Paine has one of his most quoted essays here. But I'd like to focus more on the Declaration of Independence here. In 1776, by then the Americans realize independence may be their only route, and they start moving closer and closer. So finally, in the summer of 1776, they not only they get, in response to what was going on in Massachusetts, they decide John Adams, who was a pivotal player here, um, knew that he wasn't the best guy to lead everything, but he knew who the best people. He had a great eye for talent, and he was the one that nominated George Washington to be the commander in chief. You know the history there, and he also gets Thomas Jefferson to write the Declaration of Independence. He knows that he's a terrific writer, much better than John Adams knows he's much better than he is. Thomas Jefferson is better than John Adams and in writing, so he gets him to do this, and he comes up with a magnificent document of declaration, not only Declaration of Independence for America, but really the Declaration of the rights of everyone, uh, all nations, and anywhere can use this. So there are four basic principles that I want you to remember. And the first one is that people have certain unalienable rights. And unalienable means these are a person's basic rights that cannot be taken away by another person or government. Nobody has a right to take these away from you. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, nobody has a right to take away your life. Nobody has a right to take away your freedom, and nobody has a right to, curtail your pursuit of happiness. Okay, these are things that you should um, always have, no matter who you are. The second thing is people establish a government to protect those rights. So in order to make sure that you can keep these rights, people establish a government for the very purpose of protecting these rights. That's what a government's supposed to do. They're not supposed to rule us. They're supposed to help protect our inalienable rights. Third, government it gets its power from the people they govern. Okay, whatever power the government has, it is from the people. It's not from the government. It's not from anything else except the people. The people are the ones that establish and give the power to the government so they can protect these rights. And finally, just in case all things fail in the situation they find themselves in now, people have a right and a duty to change a government that violates their rights. Not only do they have a right, they're supposed to. Okay? You don't just have a right to change your government. You have a duty to change a government that violates your rights, that fails to protect your rights, your inalienable rights. Okay? Your basic personal rights that cannot be taken away from somebody else. So those are the four things. If you remember these, that this is the most important part of this entire lesson here. Know these four principles of the Declaration of Independence. And then finally, on July 4th, 1776, we adopt the Declaration of Independence, and that's why we have 4th of July celebration. If you didn't know, and so you'd be surprised how many people don't, it's because that's the day that we officially declared our independence, July 4th, 1776. Um, that's uh, that's when we are our own country. We declared ourselves an independent nation. I normally don't read straight from here on my videos, but I think this is really important. This is a great quote here. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world, declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. And that as a free and independent states, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with firm reliance on the protection of the divine province, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So, yeah, this is from the Declaration of Independence, and this is what we were telling Great Britain at the time. One thing I just want to point out really quickly, the use of state here, that means country. Okay, they believed the state of Great Britain, that is a separate country. And where is it? That these united colonies are all to be free and independent states. We say United States, but we kind of treat it like they're, each state is a province. Well, when they start out, it is states means country. Virginia was a country. Massachusetts was a country, separate states. And we became united in kind of like a super state, a super country. So just wanted to point that out. It's interesting. A lot of people gloss over it and don't really see that. Um, it's not going to be on the test or anything, but this will be. Make sure you know the four principles of the Declaration of Independence. Very, very important. You don't understand this, you don't understand what it is to be an American. So, not just for the test, make sure you know this. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.